sports. It's in the game.
Somebody pop on deck. Hold up. Somebody on their way. Hold up. I would have grown up.
come to you from downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull, Jay Williams. And Jay, once you beat the traffic, this is one of the great stops in the NBA.
When you step your foot on that purple and gold floor, you know you have to bring your A game. Plus, your trash-talking A game to all the celebrities sitting courtside, Ed.
It's the definition of showtime. Let's do this. Houston controls the tap. There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony in Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with two pass-first type PGs in James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
Harden to Paul. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper won't fall. LBJ. Deep left corner. Harden buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Lonzo Ball, defended by Melo. Nothing going here on that drive. Ball. Fires the three, knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Harden into the front court. Down three. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Lakers fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the entire world. The most Twitter followers of all the teams in the NBA.
Off the mark at the line. Now Paul with the basketball. Down by one. Wide open look, won't go. Goes reverse to lay it in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Anthony. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Lakers come up with it. JaVale McGee. For three. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
James into the front court. It's 12-10. Trying to catch McGee, punching it home with the putback slam.
JaVale has such a good nose around the basket until he doesn't.
What are you saying there, Jay?
It's 50-50 sometimes.
Well, hopefully it's half glass full in this regard. Stuffs Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Rondo with the basketball. Up by 6. Not that time. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw is good to cap off the three-point play. And the lead is down to 3. LeBron into the front court. He'll run the offense. Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Across the timeline comes James. Leads 3. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at... Oh! And he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Anthony. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Big finish at the rim. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Oh, emphatic slam.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he's dunked that basketball.
James. 4-3. That's going to be out of bounds.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967, was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Rondo, man, that was a tough shot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
To James. Beyond the arc for 3. No good. That's great defense. The follow won't go either.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Shot by Carmelo. No good. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Yes, Carmelo Anthony. 3 for 6 now.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Los Angeles, they have it. To James. Goes to the left side. Here's a chance from long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down. A shot rejected by Capella.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Into the game for the Rockets, number 10.
Paul, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
McGee powers it through.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47, but that was before the King headed out west. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
West is loaded, so if you don't get over 50, if you're the Lakers, are you still in the playoffs?
I think the Lakers will probably be a 6th seed. Yes, they will be in the playoffs this year.
And the slam.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
James fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Lakers have it. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, shakes free and hits.
And here's the setup, Ed. Down on the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump, considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Knock loose. Lakers come up with it. Oh, big finish at the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Gordon with it. Down 6 to Anthony. Knock loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. It stays with Houston. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 0, Kyle Kuzma.
Tucker. Paul. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. LeBron into the front court. Up 6. No good, and no foul.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter.
We couldn't have done it without your support. If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website for more details.
Jay, last year, Rockets 65-17. Good for #1 record in the West. What's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy. If he's healthy, you can make an argument that the Rockets may have won the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. But also, I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Everybody knows about how great he was during the regular season, but those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
Navigates through traffic but can't finish. The follow won't go either.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
JaVale McGee gets it in the left corner. To Kyle Kuzma. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending. From the painted area, won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To James. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Goes to the right side. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. A lot of contact, no whistle.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Paul. Good drive by Gordon, but he can't finish. Lakers ball. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker, so the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Tyson Chandler. Entering the game for the Rockets, number 42, Nene.
From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It's Kuzma up to block the shot.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Has a look. Gets an open look and hits. Defense played the percentages. The offense cashes in.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
That misses with a second to go. First quarter is complete. The Lakers have the lead. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Carter Williams with it up top. Down 5. Gets it in the right corner. Short jumper stays out. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Clint Capella, couple of free throws on the way. A career 48% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. LeBron with it up top. They lead it, 4-point game. Knight into the front court. He'll run the offense. Nice swat that time.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Number 17, P.J. Tucker.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, each won just 1 with the Lakers. Elgin Baylor didn't win any. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans because when you see the likes of Kobe or Michael Jordan, they won all their championships in the same city. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Kyle Kuzma. Fires the 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
And look out. Big finish at the rim. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
It's Rockets ball. Lakers come up with it. And count the basket inside.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Number 10, Eric Gordon.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. Caldwell Pope. Ingram against Tucker. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in 3-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a 2-point shot relevant these days.
Knight into the front court. His team down 9. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Lonzo with it. The lead is 11. Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Houston with the basketball. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Caldwell Pope. A shot rejected by Capella.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Gordon with it. His guys.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the Lakers, number 7,
Tucker.
JaVale McGee.
Shot from the lane won't go. To ball. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
James into the front court. Lead stands at 10. Knocked loose. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Ball's tied up. Neither player wants to give it up. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Who left in Houston? Luka Mute to the Clippers, Trevor Ariza to Phoenix. So, Jay, how do the Rockets adapt without 2 key wing defenders this year?
Well, other guys need to step up. I think you need to see P.J. Tucker step up. Gerald Green, we all know how explosive he is offensively, but he needs to make that applicable to the defensive end. Michael Carter-Williams is another big acquisition. He's a bigger guard who can use his length to deter shots. And also another kid, Markel Brown. He played at Oklahoma State. Extremely athletic, explosive on the perimeter. If these guys can do it by committee, that might be enough to eclipse the Golden State Warriors.
Give him 2 points. High percentage. Jay, he's played for a number of teams in the Western Conference, no less. What do you make of Paul and his willingness to embrace a challenge?
Well, for the first 12 years of his career, he was ball dominant. The ball was forced to be in his hands every possession because nobody else, other than CP3, could make a play. Now there's a shared responsibility with the playmaking skills, and that only allows him to play looser, to play freer, to play more like he played in college, hunting his own shot and thinking pass second, score first.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. Turns and slams it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it. And draws the foul.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 1 for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Lonzo Ball at the line. First one goes down.
For Los Angeles, number 11, Michael Beasley.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Harden. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
JaVale McGee to James. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul with it up top. Trailing by 15. Harden, knocked loose. Harden. James Harden, 4 out of 7. Lakers at the controls right now. McGee powers it through.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Anthony. Paul. And drains it. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. JaVale McGee. Missed a wide open look. JaVale McGee, now a steal as the Rockets have it. To Paul. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Ball. Rondo had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And a throwdown. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website. One lucky winner will have a chance to receive $500 by making a half-court shot.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 15, Clint Capella.
Knocked loose. Lakers have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
For three, the harder the shot, the easier it looks from Michael. Beasley.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Ball. To Beasley. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Beasley forced that one. Defense was right there. Paul into the front court. His guys down big. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
JaVale McGee. 4-3. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Scooped up. Going the other way. Lonzo controls the offense. They get it down to Ingram. Slam dunk.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Number 2, Lonzo Ball.
Paul across the timeline. Down a bundle to Anthony. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his fourth block of the evening.
To Beasley. Beyond the arc for three. Smothering D.
Remaining in the second
Now Paul with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Ball with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. From the painted area, won't go down. Paul. Lakers have it. He throws it down.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Screen coming to Anthony. Knocked loose. And that's going to be off of Anthony, out of bounds. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 42, Nene. Stepping in for the Los Angeles Lakers, number 68.
I got it. Here we go.
Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Tucker. Deep two there. Won't go.
In the second quarter.
Rondo into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. Here's a chance from long range. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, emphatic slam.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
And finishes strong. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Won't go down. P.J. Tucker lays it in.
The assist from number 3, Chris Paul.
Desperation shot here from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Lakers put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Rockets were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Defense.
The Los Angeles Lakers are using defense to create offense, and it's coming off blocks and steals. They're putting in work on both ends of the court.